everyone. Welcome to the DINI International Chess Championship 2024, the first time ever for this tournament to be held, and also one of the biggest tournament that is ever held in Sri Lanka this year. And with the main sponsor, DINI Communications Inc., with the prize money in the total amount of 20,000 US dollars, and also held in the beautiful hotel, Mount Lavinia Hotel, Colombo, Sri Lanka. And now we're about to begin the the round two recap of the game from Grandmaster Mitra Baguha from India, rated 2,545, playing against WFM Gunawardana Devindia Oshini from Sri Lanka. And now we're going to see um, what will happen in the game, what was happening. So e4 was played, e6, so we have a little bit of French here, e takes d5, no, I mean knight f3, knight c3, rook, bishop b4, still, still a theory book. Okay, quite an equal position now that we have, and as we can see now, as the is knight doesn't really have anything promising here. The knight on the knight on the knight on c3 doesn't doesn't really have anything promising here. So uh, she, Oshini moved the knight to b1 uh, to aim a better place for knight, I think. And c5 was played. D takes c5. Quite a fierce decision. Knight e to c6. Knight b d2. Bishop takes c5. Knight b3. Still very typical move. And quite natural move actually. Takes. Okay. Queen takes d2. So actually in this position, surprisingly, it is better for white to take with the knight. Mm-hmm. I think. Although it doesn't, I'm sure it doesn't really come natural, but by taking with the knight, there will be I mean this knight. By taking with this knight, it can open the f file, and also after white castles, f5 can be played, and it can also not only aiming to attack the f file, but it can also protect the e5 pawn um, in case it will be attacked sometime soon. And now we have knight d7, probably f4, but okay, it didn't happen in the game, so we will stick to what happened. Takes, queen takes, knight d7. Slowly black improves his position. Queen b8, castle, knight d takes e5, knight f takes e5, knight takes e5. Ooh, I think, yeah, it looks actually from the, you know, maybe it might look white is a little bit better, but if you see it deeper, um, when we are having like a material down, sometimes it's just not enough to just be like looking better, to have like a, to seem to have like a better position, but we need to have like an exact plan to confirm that we are actually better, to confirm that the material that we lose is actually worth worth the worth the sacrifice, because without that, um, without like a concrete plan, we don't really know if it's like really needed to have like a pawn done, but in this case, I can see that the queen is on b4 and it looks good. It has diagonal, and I really like the way Oshini plays. She is very fearless, and she just pushing and attack, with also a good positional understanding for her age. Yes, but in this kind of position, it's also quite tricky because we sometimes two players playing a game, they don't really have the same way of thinking. Maybe I'm pretty sure maybe white here thinks that the position is better for white, and black thinks, and also black is more of an experienced player, as a grandmaster. um, Black also thinks, no, this is not actually better for white. Maybe it looks like it because black hasn't castled yet, but the reality is, white is one pawn down, and once black can recover from this attack, once black can consolidate everything, it's, I think, over for white because of the material disadvantage that white has. And so yeah, queen c3, queen c7 was played, I believe. Yeah, it's going to e7 to castle the king and the rook later. Nice attempt from Oshini, putting the knight on d4, more strategic plays. Rook g3, knight c4, queen c3. b4, rook 5 c6. This is already unpleasant for white, as the moment the knight goes to c4, I think it's already not very good for white. I mean, it's already R even since before because the pawn are coming, but um it's just the knight on c4 is very strong, and rook is also coming to the c file, and it will push the king side more, and now it's bringing the queen to the king side, and yeah, rook b2, knight e3. It's already over, and Noshini resigns here. So yeah, it was a very nice. It shows class from Grandmaster Mitra Baguha, and from Oshini, it shows a very good resilience and a very good fighting spirit. And considering she is also still very young, this is she made a lot of good attempts. So this is very good, and uh, a good game. So yeah, that is round two recap, and I will be back for the round three. And so yeah, see you on the next video.